We have been Iona 3 times, including most recently straight after its 2025 refit. We have visited all the restaurants and eateries on board, and this, for you, is your complete guide to all the food, speciality and included on board. We'll also give you our opinion, and we'd love to know your opinion if you've been on board. So let's begin at one of our favourite places on board. It is the Quays. It was new to Iona and exclusive to Avia and Iona. Plenty of seating available. Open for breakfast, firstly 7:30 to 10:30. Your offerings are your full English breakfast, as you imagine, bacon, eggs, sausages. Also, you've got your eggs and omelettes available. Whatever way you like your eggs, just ask them. And then the American style pancakes and waffles are on offer. All looking good for your full English breakfast. To the side, you do have your extra pay Costa coffee machine. You've just got to tap your card. Included tea and coffee just round the corner. Opposite, your pastries available. Found these very tasty. On to dinner. Your choices are fish and chips, traditional fish and chips, your Asian kitchen, including katsu, chicken, which we'll show you shortly, and then the American grill, burgers, salad, and some really delicious puddings. All day dining available 12 to 9:30 p.m. We really enjoyed the fish and chips and the katsu curry here, and also you'll see my face shortly. I enjoyed the tea, followed by this really delicious chocolate dessert. One thing I would say is I do love on Avia the roast dinner in a Yorkshire pudding. Would you have liked Iona to have added this in the refit? Heading to another favourite of ours, right next to the Quays, aft of Deck 8, is the Olive Grove. Olive Grove is included, although they do have some of the dishes which are extra charge, but clearly stated. It's bookable on the booking page on day 1. It really fills up. Is it a better idea? Limit one booking per cabin for the first 24 hours, so everybody gets a chance. These are the menus. Either pause the video to get a good look at the menus, and also link it down in the description, the link to the menus on the P&O pages. Mezes are really popular here for 2, or you could share it with the whole table. It is a Mediterranean restaurant. Ernest's favourite is the carbonara, which he really likes, nice and tasty. On one of the visits I did have a pizza, and it's a pretty good pizza. I would say one of the best pizzas you can get on board P&O, although they're not really known for their pizzas. I had the lamb gyros, which was tasty. Here's a selection of what we've had over 2 visits to Olive Grove, and the Parmesan chips are definitely worth it. Washed down with a nice tasty beer. They do have a selection of cocktails and drinks. First time we went, the service was extremely slow, although this time on our 2-night cruise, the service was a lot better. Look at his face, he's loving it. And finished with this lemon pudding. Top marks for Olive Grove. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to give it a like. It lets more people see this video. If you enjoy cruise content, it's the subscribe button. Let's continue our tour of all the eateries around Iona. Shall we discover the MDRs, the main dining rooms on board? They are freedom dining, and on board they are on decks 6 and 7, aft, Aqua, Opal, Pearl and Coral restaurants. In the refit in October 2025, new carpets and reupholstered furniture. It was looking pretty good when I took a tour of these restaurants. As mentioned, it is freedom dining. Freedom dining means you can join the virtual queue on the booking page. You can also just turn up, ask to be seated with other people if you want to be seated quicker, or you can request just to be sat with your group. They take slightly longer. Good to see breakfast on a sea day when we were on board was for a longer time, 2.5 hours there. Lunch, 2 restaurants, which is good. All restaurants for dinner. Check your Horizon paper for the times of that day. They'll obviously differ between sea day and port day. Breakfast is of a pretty good standard. This menu has been in MDRs for P&O for a very long time, but it does the job. Hot breakfast, you've also got pastries, healthy options, and it's just a lot more relaxed when you go to MDR compared to the craziness sometimes on a sea day of the buffet. More choice for lunch. We do enjoy a sea day lunch on any cruise ship, and we enjoy it here Think lasagna, baguettes, Indian bites, small bites, and some full meals. Great puddings. I love this crumble. We move on to dinner as we check out all your options. This was a sample menu, obviously different every evening. A better menu you'll find on the formal night, but is also very, very busy. This is a sample of the food. MDRs these days are always of a certain quality because they do want, on some nights, you heading to the speciality restaurants. In our opinion though, and it's just our opinion, recent trips we've had pretty good food in the MDR. Still a little bit mixed and service was definitely mixed, but we did see improvements this year. Obviously this is just our opinion. If you've got a different opinion, please do let us know in the comments below. They do supply a kids menu, has all the things I think most kids would enjoy, and it's good to see most cruise companies now providing a kids menu, but of course the kids can also go off the main menu. What do you think of the MDRs on P&O? Let us know below. Continue the tour with included food and we head to deck 16 to the Skydome Taste 360. It is your poolside grill. It's not going to win any awards, but especially for families, if you're chilling out at lunchtime around the pool, want something quick, maybe an early dinner for the kids or adults alike. It has hot dogs, it has the chicken, street food, pizzas, burgers, nuggets, pizzas made in front of you. It's also got a healthy salad section, and you'll also find a special. But for a poolside grill, it's not too bad at all. That's Taste 360 in the Skydome. We continue on our tour of included food on P&O and we arrive at Deck 16 and Horizon Restaurant. This is your buffet on board. In the refit in October 2025, it's had some improvements, new carpets, reupholstered furniture, looking pretty good. What do you think? Please do let us know in the comments below. Plenty of seating available, but it can get really, really busy. I'm talking really busy. This was from March 2025. Some points, especially around late breakfast on a sea day, 9 to 11, really busy. Breakfast opens 6:30 to 11. Lunch is noon till 5. Afternoon snacks 3 till 5. Kids tea, dinner and late night snacks. Breakfast, I would mark it down as okay. You've got your full English, you've got your cereals, you've got your dietary stands as well if you require any dietary requirements. Tea, coffees available, and also juices. Move on to lunch. Lunch is okay, but to be fair, after breakfast I would like to see an improvement really in a P&O buffet. There's not much imagination. It does lack a lot of taste in here. It does not compare to sister brands like Princess and Cunard, although I do fully take on board that Princess is more expensive to travel on. Their buffets are far better, and so are MSC as well, which I would put on the same level as P&O. Iona and Avia. Great thing is, as we've discovered, you do have the Quays, you do have Olive Grove, so you do have alternatives, so you don't really need to head to the buffet that much on these. But I still would like a little bit more quality in the buffet. But we move on to Chef's Table. Chef's Table is basically the overflow for the MDR on formal nights. So don't get confused with other cruise lines where the Chef's Table is a speciality restaurant where you sit with the chef. But it is still of a good quality. We do like the Chef's Table. Part of the buffet is turned into the Chef's Table. Depending where you're sitting, some places it feels like a nice posh restaurant, and some it just feels like it is an extension of the buffet. Those are all of the menus. You do have a couple of menus you may have, but the main thing is you do have French onion soup and beef Wellington, which are amazing. I find the service is good in Chef's Table, so if you do get a chance, you book it beforehand. It normally does get all booked out, so definitely get booking early if you'd like to head to the Chef's Table. It's only on the formal nights. Just to be clear though, it is included in your cruise fare. It just needs to be booked before. No extra charge for the Chef's Table. Finish up with a cup of tea. If it's not formal nights, The chef's table part of the buffet is the Beach House. The Beach House is your South American restaurant. As it's part of the buffet, as you can see, it's had a little bit of a tarting up. It just looks a little bit more smarter than it does when it's a buffet in the day. You can book this beforehand. Price is around £10. Check your booking form to find out the price. That is the price you'll pay for all the items except for a few items which are clearly stated are an upcharge. Really good variety here. I wouldn't say it was the best specialty restaurant I've been to, but then it's not the most expensive. And there is a really good choice here. I will show you what we had on our latest visit. Sweet potato, mozzarella, potato skins. Really like these. They were very, very tasty. Ernest went for the Mexican poke bowl. Wasn't a fan. I tasted it and actually quite enjoyed it. This is the goat curry. Highly recommend the goat curry. Very, very nice. Fajitas coming up for Ernest. He enjoyed this. If it wasn't his best ever fajitas. We finished with the fondue. This was an extra charge, £5 extra charge, but it was definitely well worth it. Dip the banana bread, the marshmallows, the strawberries into the chocolate. Delicious. We did enjoy that and it got a thumbs up from Ernest. Fancy a sweet treat? Before we head to the speciality restaurants, let's see what sweet treats are on offer for an extra pay on Iona. Skydome. Let's head to Sundays. Ice cream. Ernest said this gentleman was one of the best crew on board. I think it's because he gave him a free scoop, but he said he was really friendly and nice. This was an Oreo one. They offer a fine selection, £3.60 that was. Down to deck 8 and you'll find Ripples. Ripples offers scoops, sundaes, gelato ice cream. Let's take a look at the menu. This is the guide price. It might be slightly more by the time you head on Iona, but you understand the price. 1, 2, 3 scoops if you fancy a little bit of ice cream. Next up, we have the sundaes. Who doesn't like a Knickerbocker glory? Tell me down below. As always, pause the video if you would like to take a closer look at these ice creams. And our favourite, $11.95, well it was at the time of recording, is your Snowflakes Gelato Afternoon Tea. Be warned, it says per person, one of those will feed a family of 4, but it is amazing. So at least once on your cruise, try the afternoon ice cream tea. Next to this, just off the atrium, is the shop where you can get overpriced chocolate sweets. And it always drags me in here. The pick and mix wasn't too bad. It was around $3.50 for a small pot, but it's quite expensive here. But hey, if you like a chocolate treat, I would say bring it on from home. Room service, breakfast, pop it outside your cabin before 10 p.m. the night before. Tick the time that you'd like, what food you'd like, and it will arrive and be pretty tasty. A nice treat, especially if you've got a balcony cabin. Breakfast items are included, but on Iona it's £2.50 delivery fee for breakfast. Also delivery fee for the rest of the day, and these are your selections. Obviously cost per item, and it will state how much it costs. You also get spirits and beers available on the room service. As always, pause the video if you'd like to take a look at the room service menu. We're heading back to deck 8 and Sindhu. Sindhu is towards the aft, just by the quays and just off of the atrium. Sindhu is your Indian restaurant on board. How is it booked? You can book it beforehand on your P&O booking page. £10 deposit is taken per person. This is taken off the final bill. These are the menus. I will show you shortly what we had when we were on board Iona. As always, pause the video to check out the menus. I'll link them in the description below. We went for the 3-course meal for £22. This was formal night, looking rather dapper. We started with the poppadoms, and for myself, the Cobra beer. This was the lamb. Ernest said it was one of the best meals he's had. Oh yeah, wow. I then went for the beef fillet with accompanying sides. It was really tasty. It was cooked to order. They got it perfectly. And also a naan bed on the side. Ernest went with the duck. He enjoyed that. Less so the banana pancakes, but he enjoyed the ice cream, and this chocolate pudding was delicious. All in all, a fabulous meal at Sindhu. Are you a fan of Sindhu? As we head back towards the atrium, Keel and Cow is the gastro pub on board. Keel and Cow offers breakfast for an extra charge. As you can see from the prices, it's not crazy expensive, and we tried it on a sea day. We booked this when we arrived on board on the onboard booking page. Cup of tea to start with. Service was a little bit patchy in here, was rather slow, but Ernest enjoyed his eggs Benedict. Very nice indeed. My porridge was just okay. But for reasons that you have a nice setting, you have some nice pastries, you don't have to wait. We did enjoy the Keel and Cow breakfast, if it won't win any awards. We move on to the gastro pub Keel and Cow, the dinner, 5 till 9:30 of an evening. A selection of dishes that you'd find in a gastropub, including the Prime Minister burger. Have you had this? What do you think? Rachel sampled it, enjoyed it on a previous Iona cruise. We haven't had many meals recently in Keel and Cow, so we'd love to know your recent experiences. Have you enjoyed it? Has it been worth the money? Desserts to finish. We head down to deck 7 to the Glass House. The Glass House is the tapas restaurant on board. You can accompany fine wines with your dishes. It's open from midday until 9:30. A real selection of dishes. They also put dishes all together, so you've got pork trios, chicken trios, beef trios. They give you your selection of puddings as well. I will show you which is my favourite shortly, the British Retro Trio. Here's some of the dishes. You can order as many as you like. The waiter will tell you what they suggest and how many they suggest for your party size. But this is the British Trio and was one of my favourite pudding dishes on board. We continue up now to deck 17. Just behind the crow's nest is Epicurean. Epicurean is your fine dining on board. They say it's a 3-hour culinary experience, but they also offer in the afternoon at 3 o'clock on a sea day your afternoon tea. If you fancy indulging, we've done it once. We quite enjoyed it. Was it worth the price? Probably not. This is the menu. You will pay a fixed price. Decide what you'd like to eat on the day. It normally has some fantastic service and some dishes which are pretty delicious. This Epicurean, open at 6. You have to book beforehand, or if they've got any space on board. It is a P&O favourite. Is it one of your favourite restaurants on board Iona? Tap on the screen right now if you'd like a culinary tour of Britannia.